Hi guys, let's talk about CMAT. Let's know how to score well in CMAT. Alright, this video will help you understand what CMAT is going to be this year and how you can maximize your scores in CMAT. Alright, let's first start with the analysis of the CMAT paper pattern. They're going to be around 25 questions in each section. So 25, 25, 25. And the time allocated for each question, the marks allocated for is 100. So 100 marks. So this means there are going to be 4 marks allocated per question, which sounds like similar to the CAT pattern. So we can assume that this year CMAT will be kind of based on kind of CAT level of difficulty. CAT was not that difficult this year, more of a tricky thing. So I can assume CMAT will be kind of the same level, that it will be tricky. Fine. So if you look at the question, so you got time limits, you got 45 minutes per question. As of now, we don't know if there is going to be a sectional cutoff, but if it is, then this will be 45, 45, 45, 45. It will be the sectional cutoff. Yeah. So you can't do much about GK because you can't spend your time on other things. What I would recommend you is go to my video on mock engineering, which will be in the similar video, which around the same video where you find this video, and you can know more about how to maximize your scores using the mock engineering strategy, which I'm going to discuss in the mock engineering video. Alright, so you can go to our site CMAT2012.in or CMATking.com to know more about these strategies on mock engineering, on how to crack CMAT paper on the day itself. Alright, so moving on from the paper pattern, so we can assume that level of difficulty A will be almost similar to CAT, which is not that difficult, which is the medium level. But considering CMAT to be the first year, I can safely say that CMAT might be easy exam as well. So don't quote me anywhere, but yes, CMAT will be in between medium to moderate kind of thing. Yeah, you will get the complete analysis on 20th because I'm taking the CMAT as usual first day first show. So I'll publish my video and will try to upload a complete analysis of CMAT paper, what was there, what is not there. So do visit the site CMAT2012.in or CMATking.com for more details about the CMAT paper on the first day of CMAT. Alright, so let's move on to what to do or how to score good in CMAT. Now we understand the paper, alright, 4 section Quant, VI, LR and GK. Let me talk about individual section one by one. Quant is going to be Quant and DI. So those people who are not that good in Quant, you can score well in DI. Similarly, those not good in DI, try to improve yourself in Quant. For Quant, I would say start with the basics and identify your weak areas. How to do that? I'll talk about this in temperature check. So let me just put it on hold. Alright, so what I want to do is from today till your CMAT paper, I want you to do 10 to 20 questions of Quant every day, 1 RC every day, 1 puzzle every day, and a few GK questions every day. The biggest component is GK. For some of the people, I've read all these forums and all, so most of people are saying that GK is going to be the deciding factor for CMAT this year. No. Let's talk about symbiosis exam. Snap topper, one of our students, was scoring 130, who scored 132 marks. Her GK score was 13.5. Alright, one of the top scorers. One of the lowest scorers, who scored around 42 marks, again one of our students, he scored 1.25 marks in GK. So what I'm trying to say is the gap between these two people is hardly 2.5 marks or 2.25 marks. What I'm trying to say is GK is not at all a deciding factor. The topper and the last ranker, the gap is hardly 2 marks. Where you can make a mark is all these areas, Quant, verbal, LR. Alright, so you have to score more in these areas so that you can compensate the loss on GK. And trust me, all of you are on the same level of GK. No one is good, no one is bad. Fine, so all of you will score almost similar marks in GK. Okay, now let's talk about GK in a little bit detail. How to prepare for GK. GK is a vast subject, it's like an ocean. How much can you drink? Alright, so what I would recommend is 2 things only. Number 1, reading newspaper. I can understand some of you have started thinking the newspaper already being published, the paper has already been set, so how can I read newspaper and I can go back into the past and read the early newspapers and all? No problem. If you are reading even current newspapers, there are a lot of things which have happened in the past which have influenced the news today. Alright, or maybe there is a reference of the past news which is there. In the newspaper you have to read only 3 pages, business page and your front page, 2 main pages, editorial you are going to read more from your RC point of view, not from the GK point of view. So GK point of view, only two pages, front page and business page. Business page is more important because it's CMAT exam, it's a management exam. Alright. Second thing what I want you to do is, I want you to buy a yearbook of 2012. This yearbook is a very big book, so you don't have to follow everything, you have to just do the current affairs topics. Alright. So buying this book is a very good thing to do. Fine. So these two things should be sufficient. Anyway, you have to read newspaper and these things for your GDPI skills. So unintentionally, you are getting yourself prepared for the GDPI as well. Alright. Trust me, if you are doing these two things, more than sufficient for GK point of view. Alright. So let's move on to how to prepare for CMAT. How to score good marks in CMAT. Alright. I wanted to do 5 things. Alright. Number 1 is a temperature check. Temperature check is a wonderful tool. It's uploaded on CMAT2012.in or CMATking.com. You can also go to the site facebook.com/CMAT-exam. In one go, facebook.com/CMAT-exam. Alright, and you can see all these things there. Temperature check is also uploaded on the photos. Fine, or you can visit the site, whichever way. Temperature check is a wonderful tool which will, within half an hour, will help you identify what is going to come in CMAT and how much are you prepared for that topic. Alright, this temperature check ideally used to include last year papers patterns, but because CMAT is going to happen the first time, we don't have the paper pattern with us. Fine. So what I personally believe, CMAT will be made by the same or similar team which make MAT and ATMA papers. Alright. So it becomes very, very important for you to understand ATMA MAT exam. Fine. How the exam will evolved or what are the type of courses which are coming, and do the same thing for CMAT. The temperature check is nothing but an extrapolation of the topics which are coming for MAT and ATMA. Fine. So it might be a good idea to just go through the temperature check, and the temperature check will tell you is it a weak area, average area. So every topic is divided into 3 phases: weak area, average area, good area. So this temperature check will help you identify your area of improvement. Alright. So within next few minutes, you will find out whether temperature check, whether what are your strong points, what are your weak points, and what are the areas of improvement. Second thing is the basics. Go back to the basic. I am very, very firm believer of that you have to complete your basics for every time. Even though you are left with 1 week of exam, 2 weeks of exam, or 6 months of exam, you have to keep on revising the basics. I don't know about you people, but most of the time when I go back to the books again, I'll find new things which I've never seen earlier. Even after teaching for so many years, I always find something new to learn. Alright, so similar thing for you people, go back to the basics, revise everything again. Formulas, shortcuts, questions, find solved examples, whatever you can put your hands on, go through that. Third thing is the last year papers. CMAT is a new paper, so obviously there are not many papers available in the market on CMAT. What you can do is you can just go through ATMA and MAT papers, nothing else. Just go through these 2 papers and trust me, your CMAT will be covered. Fine. So if you are talking about MAT, let's look at last 4 MATs. Yeah, last 4, every quarterly there is an exam for MAT, so let's 4 MATs will be sufficient. And you have to do is the ATMA paper as well for last 3-4 years. You can find this in any book, Google it out, you'll find the soft copies as well. So that might be a very good idea to do that. Fourth thing which I want you to do, alright, these things everyone is going to do. Fourth thing what I want you to do is, I want you to identify your weak area and improve it. Alright, normally when people call me, they say quant is my weak area. It's impossible. Quant cannot be a weak area. Within quant, there are particular topics which are your weak areas. I have listed in temperature check around 20 different topics of quant. Fine. Once you go through that, equation, yes, I already know equations somewhat. DI, I know pie charts, I don't know bar charts, I know line charts. So you can find out what are your weak areas within quant, which you have to improve. That's it. Once you know what are weak areas, we're going to target those weak areas. Alright. Fifth is identify and find shortcuts in whatever you know. Speed is going to be the big differentiating factors, much more than JK or any other things in any exam, of course. Fine. So you have to identify shortcuts. What we do is we conduct workshops. So you can attend our workshops. My workshop has a simple objective to increase your score by 20 marks. That's my thumb rule. I launch a workshop only if I can add some value. Fine. So you can join a workshop or you can innovate yourself, sit with your friends, trying to find out new way to do that. How I normally believe we can do it, once you've solved the question, leave your pen and try to redo the question in your mind. Alright, do it for 5 questions. When you do the 6th question, you will see that you have already identified a shortcut for doing that. It's a very good strategy to identify your weak areas, identify your shortcuts. Alright, so in short, you have to do these 5 things in the time left from today till the exams to improve yourself. Alright.